Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you. This one is going to be a 2 versus 2 and it will be on Tempest and it's going to be between LaiD, the red Zerg player, and Kota, the blue Protoss player. Their opponents will be Panerai, the teal Zerg, and Power, the purple Terran. I have not cast a Panerai and Power game in so long. It has been way too long, man. As where have you been, Panerai? Either way, I'm looking forward to casting this game. It's going to be super awesome. And this is actually from version 1.40 instead of 1.41. And Battle.net did not make me log off. So I'm super excited about that, as now these tiny little changes in patches do not make you have to log off every time you cast a replay. Is my sound like, does it seem super high to you? I don't know, man. This is weird, man. I'm tripping out, man. Alright, either way. I hope you guys enjoyed the last cast, as it was one of my own games, and pretty exciting. Probably the highest level game that I've cast of myself yet, so if you guys liked it, let me know. Maybe I'll save another replay. Either way, let's get to the game at hand, as LaiD is throwing down that 10 pool and getting his early gas as well, and Kota throwing down gateway at the same time. Looks like a standard opening up here. Actually, Power, scratch that, not necessarily a standard open here. He definitely went gas before barracks, and that usually signifies a Hellion into Banshee opener. So we'll see where he goes. Meanwhile, Panerai, it looks like definitely behind on the pool, going for that more eco-style opening. And you see that a lot on this map, Tempest, often because you don't know where your opponents even are to start. As you can tell, Power is still scouting down here at the bottom, so it's kind of, you know, it's not the best idea always to open with that 10 pool on this map. And you don't even know where your opponents are. It looks like Kota is going to find out where they are, though, with the early scout for these Zerglings to run up here. But by then, Panerai should have some Zerglings of his own out, and he will be ahead in economy by just a little bit. So that is why you may not always see a 10 pool on this map. And Power going with a 2 racks opener and then getting a factory. So pretty interesting here. We'll see where he opts to go. This looks like a siege tank opener, possibly. Siege tank marine style opener with a really early gas. And he actually, if you notice, he wasn't fully mining this gas for a while there. He only had 1 or 2 SCBs on it, so we'll see what he ends up getting there. As marine siege tank, really strong against a Zerg Terran opponent. Pretty strong against just about anything. And Kota with a really interesting wall off going on here. Very interesting wall off. I'm telling you, man, it's just not worth it, man. Screw the wall off. Plus, this is going to be able to be shot at by tanks and stuff. Oh, man. Oh, man. Twilight Council. A very early Twilight Council, however, from Kota. Could we be seeing some Dark Templars? Possibly some Blink Stalkers. Blink Stalkers very effective on this map. If you did watch that Game 5 of the last Zeke tournament that I cast on this channel, the Overlord placement really allows for some really good Blink Stalker grass. So we'll see if that is their intention. But Panerai does have an Overlord sitting here, and LaiD is still scooting his Overlord up. And Power may be able to snipe this Overlord, but there are a lot of Zerglings streaming in now from LaiD. And Panerai is going to be in a lot of trouble all of a sudden here. There are a ton of Zerglings. The Marines are so slow getting over here, and they're going to be forced, it looks like, to engage the Stalker and Zealot in the front. And now Panerai's base is in huge trouble. The roaches are popping out, but oh man, they're getting surrounded by the Zerglings, and now Zealot and Stalker are up in here to support the Zerglings. Panerai using hold position on his drones so they don't get auto attacked, but now the drones are going down. Panerai has so many minerals banked. Oh no, Panerai. It looks like his base is in huge trouble right now. Power does have 1 siege tank out and now a couple of Marines. What is he going to be doing with this starport? I have no idea yet, but he is supply blocked. Ruh-roh. Really bad time to be supply blocked hardcore, as you see this depot just now being started. he does have enough energy here for an extra supply drop, and it looks like he's going to instead use on a mule, as this hatchery from Panerai is going to go down. A nice attack by the bottom team, and now Power is really going to be in a lot of trouble. As what is that shooting? Okay, so I was like, a siege tank is shooting a pylon here on the low ground. Kota wanted to warp some stuff in on the high ground. He is researching that blink, by the way. But the siege tank will deny that, and so Power will be throwing down a really quick wall off at the front of his base, and gonna need to use these siege tanks really effectively, as well as drop harass if he wants to have any chance in this game. He did get all of Panerai's resources though, so he did get a nice little boost there. And so what do we have on the way? We have siege tech nearing completion. Blink is just about finished as well. And this Overlord, could this Overlord go back to here to try and allow some more blink harass? I'm not so sure. But it looks like LaiD just going to be sending his Zerglings up to finish off these buildings. Might as well do something with them. If it ends up in a base race, you wouldn't want that to cost you the game. So that Roach one actually would have probably bled to death, but the Extractor won't bleed. Extractors don't bleed to death. You see it regenerating. And so at the same time, what's going on down in these bases? I haven't even taken a look, as we have a robotics facility on the way and an expansion going down for both players. Really going to be taking advantage of that lead that they have. And now Stalkers, it looks like, wanting to try and blink up here. They do have the vision from this Overlord, so these Stalkers will be able to blink up here. Power is forced to cancel his command center that he was throwing down. But it looks like Stalker's thinking a little better of that. If they had blinked up here, they might have been able to pick off a siege tank or two, but they may have all died. I don't know. Now that I look at it, maybe he should have gone for that blink up in there, and I'm not so sure about this expansion down here. I mean, normally you would say yes, but I think they are kind of throwing away, you know, they had a chance to try and end it. If the Stalkers had gone, if he had warped in a whole nother round of 4 Stalkers and blinked up and sniped out these tanks at the same time as a Zergling attack, it may have worked. But look at Power with the drop harass. A nice job. Looks like he was not able to kill. He was able to kill. No, okay, the drones did evacuate from LaiD. Back over here, but still cutting into the mining time, killing about half of this lair here. I'm going to be sitting with his dropship back down in this corner. And Blink Stalkers looks like wanted to try and intercept this this dropship. But little do they know that it is just sitting down in here. So Power being really careful down here with this dropship. And oh, the Stalkers blinking it down to the low ground may give Power the opportunity to get away. As he is, what is he doing? Oh no, he's going to allow this to go. Oh, they can't blink up here. There's no Overlord. And now Power is going to be able to have free shots on these Stalkers. Kota, oh no, he can't even blink up on this side because there's no vision. The Stalkers are stuck down in this corner. Oh, that is hilarious. LaiD really needs to send an Overlord or a unit down there. And now 2 Overlords getting picked off there. Power at the same time is moving out with a huge army now of Marines and tanks at the perfect time that he needs to, right as these 2 bases are getting really going and starting to pay off. That is when he's moving out. The Stalkers blinking up, will be able to pick off the dropship though, but this army is out of position as here come the Marines and tanks. More and more units that you see on the minimap are streaming down here, and this hatchery is going to go down, and there are even some SCVs up in the front, possibly to throw down some bunkers, and most likely just to take some hits as Power is off 1 base playing a 1 versus 2. And where will he be going next? It looks like he's going to be attacking the Protoss main, not bothering to siege up these tanks. Probably a good idea there, as once these tanks do get sieged up, they will be vulnerable to the Zergling run-by. And it looks like at the same time a counterattack trying to go down here, but Power with all of these SCVs ready to heal that bunker. I think LaiD may have been able to break that and forced a base race situation. But right now, if it's a base race, you've got to like Power's chances. See how he's leaving a group of Marines down to protect these tanks. A good play down there. Meanwhile, moving his medevacs and a small group of Marines in to clean out the main base, and some of these Marines really wanted to kill this Nexus. Instead, are just going to be forcing probes off the line, which look like they're going to be starting to throw down pylons in random places in case this ends up as a base race. But LaiD with the mass Zergling tech not going to be good enough here. These siege tanks doing a lot of friendly fire damage, but at the same time annihilating all of the Zerglings. And LaiD, he's in a lot of trouble now. He's trying to make a Baneling's Nest, but it could be too late. He does have a Spire out, and he has only one Mutalisk being built. And that Muta is going to get picked off, and LaiD is going to leave the game. Oh, man. Oh, man. That cannot feel good. Taking out an opponent so quickly and still ending up losing the game. Brilliantly played at this point by Panerai, assuming that this game is over. And yet it is still going as LaiD has left. Kota, meanwhile, having to rebuild his cyber core. He does have a lot of zealots and so a couple of sentries. He's chrono boosting the crap out of these warp gates to try and stay in this game. He does have a crap load of resources. Look at all the resources he's sitting on. Oh my god. Was LaiD sitting on all of those resources? Ouch, man. Looks like the bottom team with some failing macro could be costing them the game, as it looks like Power is setting up with another force here, getting ready to move out. And he may decide to do a two-pronged attack with these armies. As at the same time, here comes the massive assault. So many Marines with the medevacs overhead, the Zealots getting torn apart. And Marines scooting backwards just a little bit here, and the Guardian Shield soaking up a lot of damage, but there are so many Marines with that stim pack. No upgrades on them, but no upgrades needed as Kota has left the game. Very well played from Power. Thank you, Power, for sending me this game. Pretty exciting comeback right there. Very nicely done, Power, with the standard epic multitasking ability. So that is going to do it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.